welcome to the news. Retired teacher and Farafenni resident Seni Kinte has sent a goodwill message to the President, His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Ajame, commending him for the rapid development in the Gambia from 1994 to date. In his letter, Kinte gave credit to President Jammeh for ensuring discipline in the civil service, for fighting corruption, and for stopping the misuse of government vehicles. Retired teacher Seni Kinte also said President Jammeh's impressive track record cuts across the health, agriculture, education, communication, and energy sectors, and concluded by praying to Allah Almighty to shower his blessings on Professor Jammeh, his family, and the people of the Gambia. The Mauritanian community in the Gambia on Monday presented the sum of $200,000 plus basic items valued at $154,000 to the Gambian leader as a gesture for the Ramadan. Presenting the items and the money, the head of the community, Mohammed Limam, said they thought it was a just way to help ease the burden on President Jammeh, whose efforts at bettering the lives of the poor and the needy, he added, must be emulated, especially during the holy month. Receiving the donation on behalf of the President, the Minister for Health and Social Welfare, Balagaba Jahumpa, extended the Gambian leader's warmest greetings to the Mauritanian community. Jahumpa also told the donors that Professor Jammeh is happy to have received such a donation and wished to thank them for being law-abiding as well as for nurturing the spirit of friendship and good neighborliness. Members of the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industries Board of Directors have been briefing journalists on the Chamber's activities. The two-pronged event also saw discussions between some business executives and GCCI officials. Fatou Jassi picks up the rest of that story.
The Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors is mandated to oversee the business operations in the country, identify bottlenecks, and as well create a favorable environment for the execution of business operations. The GCCI board used this meeting to further harp on its activities.
One major activity that we are about to start with the support of the Gambia government is the ISRT scheme. This is an ECOWAS scheme, and President Jagana talked about the 20 million population of the Gambia. ECOWAS, I think, has realized this and has passed a protocol some time ago, but in the event we were not able to operationalize it, but now we have a direct mandate to do so. GCCI is the guarantor of the scheme, and the scheme is to start on the 17th of July.
In order for business to thrive smoothly, problems hampering entrepreneurs should be addressed, and this could be done through engaging those that matter in an open and frank discussion. It is in this vein that the new board of directors of the industry convened this press conference to enlighten the business community on matters they believe deter business in the country and what could be done to overcome them.
And I think unless we start investing in things that we make, we will continue to talk about foreign currency issues and things like that. Because if you do not make something to sell, to earn foreign currency, remember our common denomination is a dollar. We are not a dollar economy. So we must be able to manufacture, whether it's agriculture, whether it's technology. You must be able to do something to earn something in return. In that way, our dependency on the so-called dollar or whatever it is will come down. I mean, this is one of the issues.
If business is to get to the next level, the need to empower micro-business is significant to the overall advancement of the business sector. Seni Dambel, a board member, mentioned some of the challenges micro-businesses are grappling with.
I think we also are faced with tax issues as well, because it's a bit expensive to do business in Gambia when we look at the tax implications of businesses. It's difficult to compete for simple reasons that when the tax is high and we have other people who are doing business in Gambia who are not locals, they would have cheaper loans than we would have, and that would give us a challenge to match whatever prices they're going to be charging.
Commenting on the importation of goods, entrepreneurs called on the directors of the GCCI board to address the many bottlenecks businessmen face when bringing their goods into the country. For Grts News, I am Fatou Jassi.
The Rotary Club of Fajar recently rolled out a $3 million water project meant for 9 communities in the Central and Lower River regions. The package includes gardens for women in the beneficiary areas as well as training on horticultural production. Ibrahim Ajata reports.
Rotary Club is an organization with over 1.2 members worldwide as of last year and 34,000 clubs in over 200 geographical locations with the sole purpose of reaching out to people in need. It could be recalled that over the years, the Rotary Club of the Gambia has been strongly involved in various development schemes. Such projects include the construction of a science lab, the refurbishment of the Tangier Lower Basic School, amongst others. The renowned club has also been rendering support to critical sectors of government like agriculture, education and health. The club has done it again with the launch of a water project for 9 communities in the Central and Lower River region of the country.
This project is worth about $3 million and is meant to provide clean drinking water for communities in CRR and LRR, but also to provide gardens for the women in that area and to train the women in that area on horticulture.
Providing communities across the country with clean and safe drinking water, as the president of the club explains, is of great importance to the organization. The launch of the scheme also saw the presentation of dictionaries to schools and clothing to other needy groups around the country.
And these books, we look at them and we realize that it is good for junior secondary schools. So we decided to give it to junior secondary schools in Greater Banjul area. In terms of the clothing, we give this clothing to the communities that need it.
And this will go a long way in helping our pupils learning English. And I think if you know English is one of the most important and subject being taught in the school, but it's the most challenging when it comes to examination.
This is the latest community outreach scheme pioneered by the Rotary Club of the Gambia, and those at the helm of affairs say there is more in the pipeline. Ibrahim Ajata, Grts.
A group of stakeholders bonded by their desire to see an immediate end to out-of-school parties, organized students leaving grade 9 and 12, is calling for nothing short of that. Babakar Boy, Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, says the parties do not square with the country's tradition and culture. Fatou Jasseh tells us more.
Passing out celebrations marking the end of grade 9 and 12 exams are becoming a cause of concern for the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education and its stakeholders. These celebrations, usually organized after the 2 grades have taken their final exams, start on the streets and subside in places described as secret. Babakar Boy, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, said such celebrations are against Gambian tradition and culture and that his ministry wants to see an immediate halt to it. The ministry thus solicits the collaboration of the police and parents in the crusade.
It has reached a stage where, at this point in time, we have even realized that parties are being organized in places, referred to as secret locations. And really, as a ministry, we believe if parties are to be organized, they must be organized under the supervision of the school administration. But you cannot organize parties under the supervision of people that have got nothing to do with education. And, to make matters worse,
these celebrations were first condemned in 2010 when celebrants were found with cutlass and other sharp instruments seen as a threat to national security. Though such celebrations are predominant only in the Greater Banjul area, the practice is observed to be gradually spreading countrywide.
What has masquerade dancing and dressing in an inappropriate manner has to do with celebrating passing out. Where are the parents? These children come from homes. The passing out ceremonies take place at night in locations that we don't know. What do they do in these locations?
Usman Senghor from the National Patriotic Students Association, NAPSA, blamed individuals and institutions who normally facilitate and host the events. Senghor maintained the national interest should be prioritized in what one intends to do.
Now we come to the promoters. Even looking at their posters, one will guess to say a program whereby first 5